We don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are some very nice research companies that come out with useful statistics every day. And recently Glassnode came out with some very interesting statistics around the Bitcoin ETF, but also around traditional finance in general. Have a look at this. This is the in and outflows into various Bitcoin spot ETFs. We've seen a net inflow of 6.4 billion. And we can see because every day money is flowing into those ETFs and the settlement happens at the end of the day, that there's now a premium depending on the daily inflows for all of those ETFs, except of course Grayscale, where we see the outflows. So if you buy Bitcoin over the ETFs, you're down directly 0.2%, plus of course you've got the annual management fees. Now have a look at the inflows year to date into various ETFs, not just Bitcoin ETFs. We can see that IBIT, so the Bitcoin spot ETF by BlackRock, is already at number 7. IVV, VOO, QQQ, those are S&P 500 and Nasdaq ETFs. Those are huge players where people invest their 401ks in. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF can already play in a similar league. And it will be very interesting how much 401k money will actually end up in those ETFs. Before you could never save in Bitcoin with a 401k, now you can. Now a lot of people say that the Bitcoin ETF approval was a sell the news event. Bitcoin didn't rise since then. But what was really the news? Was it the approval or was it the filing by BlackRock to apply for an ETF? Let's have a look at the price dynamic since BlackRock filed for the ETF. That's the chart over here. We see the performance of Bitcoin in orange. We see the performance of altcoins in purple and the performance of Ethereum in blue. Bitcoin outperformed everything, but it did take quite a while for the rumors to catch on, for people actually believing in that approval. Now the altcoins in aggregate have done as well as Bitcoin, and one of the main performers here was Solana. This is the Solana to Bitcoin ratio, so Solana measured in Bitcoin. Since September of last year, we had an outperformance bottom to top of 290%. Ethereum, however, had to give way. The merge and the move from proof of work to proof of stake did not help Ethereum whatsoever. And that's a bit counterintuitive, right? Because BlackRock has already created the legal entity for an Ethereum ETF. This video is sponsored by the premium membership. I never take any money from any crypto project. I never take any affiliate links from centralized exchanges. I never pump and dump coins. Instead, I offer valuable tutorials in the premium membership. Feel free to check it out. But we don't see any anticipation by the market. The market is not buying up Ethereum yet for that ETF. Now here's a very interesting chart. This is Ethereum relative to the altcoins. And this is in a pretty tight range, which does make sense because a lot of trading of the altcoins happens against Ethereum pairs. And when we look at the correlation, at the price correlation between Ethereum and the altcoins and Bitcoin and the altcoins, it's actually higher for Ethereum. So it's not necessarily that when Bitcoin goes up that the altcoins go up. It's rather when Ethereum goes up, then the altcoins tend to go up as well, and vice versa, of course. So have a look at this. This is correlation coefficients of various altcoins relative to Bitcoin in the first column and relative to Ethereum on the second column. And it tends to be that the correlation coefficient relative to Ethereum tends to be higher than relative to Bitcoin. So the number in this column here on the right column tends to be higher than the number on the left column. So altcoins move more with Ethereum. And that then also explains the relative tight trading range of Ethereum relative to the altcoins. Here's a market dominance breakdown across the 4 major classes: altcoins, stablecoins, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. The stablecoins here are in green, and it's not that high recently. So even though the stablecoin market cap is increasing, as a fraction of all of crypto, it's not going up. So a lot of fiat money that's currently flowing into crypto goes directly from the stables to the altcoins. It's not being held as stablecoins. What do we learn from all of this? I think the mechanics overall are still intact. We still see a lot of altcoin trading. We see the stablecoin market caps going up. We do see Bitcoin staying strong. What we also learn from this is that people still do not believe in Ethereum. Even though the tokenomics around Ethereum look sound, even though the staking is going up, even though there's token burn, the supply doesn't expand as quickly as for Bitcoin, even though a potential ETF is on the horizon, still we don't see people buying ETH. And I am included in that group. I don't think Ethereum has such a bright future because there's not a lot of upside potential because it's already that big, but there's also a rather weak case for it being the store of value, right? If you simply just want to get crypto exposure, you're just accumulating Bitcoin, where we've now got an ETF already on our hands. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. There's also a free Telegram. Link is down below.